Hey yo, peace and two, what's up y'all? Yours truly, D Prime 215 here. If you're watching, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to yours truly. I'd appreciate that. But this video is talking about Jon Moxley. So recently I did a video predicting the outcome of Tetsuya Naito versus Jon Moxley at Windy City Riot for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I predicted that Naito would win, my reasoning being that Naito is contracted to New Japan, as where Moxley is contracted primarily to AEW. He has some sort of working relationship with New Japan. I don't know the ins and outs of that man's contract, but my reasoning was like, yo, if he works for AEW primarily, why would they put the belt on him if he's not going to be able to appear there that much and it's their top championship? I was wrong in my prediction, which happens, you know, it is a prediction. I don't work there. I don't have access to behind the scenes information. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Don't take it more seriously than the people who actually do the wrestling. With that being said, there were a couple things that came out, or just a couple things around this whole situation of him winning that are all pretty, they're all interesting and more or less awesome too, right? So, Moxley becoming, you know, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, that makes him the first person to ever hold the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and WWE Championship. The first person to hold all three. So, what they say, like he's the big three. He kind of is right now. Like in the 21st century, at this stage of it, he kind of is right now. You know what I mean? So, salute to him for that. Also, he won that championship in the same building that he won his first AEW World Heavyweight Championship. So talk about a full circle, if you want to call it that. You know what I mean? That's pretty. That doesn't happen too much. That people win, you know, world championships in the same building like years later, whether it's for the same company or a different one. That doesn't happen too often. This is also the first time that if I'm not mistaken, the first time that that championship has changed hands outside of Japan, because remember, this is not the V4, this is a new championship. So this one was created like late 2020, early 2021, somewhere around that time, when they unified the IWGP and Intercontinental Championships. I spoke about that years ago. You can go watch those videos if you want. But with this new lineage, he's the first person to win the belt outside of Japan. So you have that. What else? So yeah, big three outside Japan. It was in the same place he won AEW Championship. And also, it was revealed that Jon Moxley, it appears he's taken some time away from AEW to do more work with New Japan in Japan. So he's going to be at Wrestling Dontaku Dominion, and he's doing a tour with them. I believe it's called Kizuna Road, if that's how you pronounce it. So it was good to see he'll be in Japan for like a decent amount of time. I don't know what's happening after that. I don't know if he's going to do the G1 this year. He hasn't been the G1 in 5 years. Like, time really flies. Last time, 5 years ago, G1 29 in 2019. So it'd be nice to see him get back in that. Especially as champion, if he still has the belt then at that time, that would be great. So yeah, man, like the match was great from what I saw. I didn't watch the whole match yet, but I did see a couple highlights, and as I expected, those two tore the house down. This is their second time wrestling, and you know, each other in a singles competition, and I had no worries about it. So, you know, hats off to them. So here's the deal, man. So a couple things. One, I do wish Naito had a longer reign. I just do, because I feel like this was more or less his last hurrah, and he only had the belt for about 3 months. So like, I wish he made it at least until like Dontaku before dropping the belt. But it is what it is. Who's gonna take the belt from Moxley? There's two people, right? So I know right now, like, the people who are coming up, first is Ren Narita, which I believe that's how you pronounce his name, his last name at least. He's not taking the belt. I hope he does not take the belt under any circumstance at this point. Just no. Two, you have Shota, or Shooter, as you know, Mox likes to call him. I'm not really completely averse to that. I just don't know if they'll put the belt on him this soon. It's not out the norm though, because New Japan has done this with people. Like, look, remember Okada's first reign? Remember Jay White's first reign, so it's not out the norm. It's not out the question for Shota to become IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. I'm just not entirely sure, like, you know, if that would happen yet. And again, like, that match hasn't been booked yet, so we don't know the build up to that point, you know. So we'll see we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But there's two people who I think could take the belt from Moxley. I have my main guy who I want to take the belt from Moxley. That's Yota Tsuji, right? Yota Tsuji is, not to downplay him, not to put him in the box, he's like Shinsuke 2.0 to me. Like, that dude is swagged out. He's him. Like, I want him to take the belt from Moxley. That would do wonders for him because, you know, it's especially, I don't really care where it happens. Preferably it happens in Japan, or at least on the New Japan show. But, you know, Moxley wrestling him and Moxley putting him over, putting the belt on him, that would be great for Yota Tsuji because a lot of people don't know who he is, and he is a really great wrestler, especially after returning from excursion. He has been on a roll, man. So that's my top pick. Number two, and I might be the only person who wants this. I don't know, man. Zack Sabre Jr. And because if y'all recall, 4 years ago, we were supposed to get this match. I don't know if it was ever officially booked or not. But back in 2020, before the health crisis shut the world down, New Japan was supposed to run a show at Madison Square Garden called Wrestle Dynasty, which I don't think I bought tickets for that, but I was on like the wait list. I might have bought tickets. I don't remember. 4 years ago, a lot of stuff happened in those 4 years, but I was more or less going to go there. And the build at the time was Zack Sabre Jr. versus Jon Moxley. At the time, Moxley was U.S. champion, which is, as you know now, that championship is no longer. But we were more or less going to get that match back then. I feel like now would be a great time to bring that back. And where could you bring it back at? Forbidden Door 3. Now, again, like I said, I'm probably the only person who wants this match nowadays. So, you know, if you side with me, let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, I think Zack Sabre Jr., that'd be great. You know what I mean? To have him be, you know, world champion. He's shown that he can hang with, you know, top talent. He's main evented a number of times in New Japan. So I don't see why it can't be Zack Sabre Jr. And like I said, Forbidden Door 3, like Moxley, ZSJ, y'all might not be seeing the vision like I see it. That's cool, man. Like we could have different philosophies and whatever on pro wrestling. That's fine, man. But yeah, so all in all, I wish Naito's reign was longer. Shout out to Jon Moxley. Whoever Moxley drops the belt to, this is going to be great because I feel like they're going to build, I don't want to say build Moxley up because like Moxley is who he is. He does, like, he's a name, right? Not saying New Japan can't add to it, but I feel like they're going to build him up to like, or, you know, more or less whoever takes the belt from him, they're going to stand so much to gain because I hope it looks like it's going to be someone from Japan, like someone, you know, from New Japan, whether or not they're actually Japanese, but I think someone from New Japan is going to take the belt from Moxley, not AEW. So with that being said, man, like whoever it is, like it's going to be a great look for them. It's going to be a really great look for whoever takes the belt from Moxley. So that's my take, man. You know, shout out to Moxley and, you know, it looks like it's going to be cool for him, man, because I could imagine Moxley is very happy about this whole situation because I know this is something he wanted to do for a while. I mean, who wouldn't want to be IWGP World Heavyweight Champion if you're a pro wrestler, especially if you're, well, I mean, if you've been a fan of Japanese wrestling as Moxley has been, and you work at a company that's partnered with New Japan, it's like, yo, like, why wouldn't you want that belt, more or less? So, yep, shout out to him. New Japan, it looks like, you know, with Tanahashi being the president, like, they're on to some good things, man. So, you know, I'm looking forward to this reign. And the biggest thing that makes me happy about this whole situation is the fact that Mox is going to be doing a lot more New Japan stuff. And it reminds me of 2019, you know what I mean? So hopefully we get back to, you know, that, you know, Moxley and New Japan, you know, synergy and shows and stuff like that. That's enough of me talking. What do you guys think about Moxley winning? Are you surprised like I am? Because I didn't think this was going to happen. Are you happy, sad, indifferent, whatever it is? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Another thing, I've been saying this a bit lately, and I'll just continue to say it. Don't take this stuff more seriously than the wrestlers do. They don't know we exist, and you know what I'm saying, don't mark out in the comments thinking you're going to get some sort of connection, backstage pass, a free cameo video. It's not going to happen, man. Relax, you know what I'm saying? Just have fun, enjoy this stuff, be good. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to yours truly, D Prime 215. And you know, we'll see what's next from Moxley, New Japan, and obviously by extension AEW. I just want ZSJ versus Moxley at Forbidden Door 3. I don't know, we'll see what happens, man. That's enough of me talking. Be good. See y'all later. Peace.